amejaja Dr. C mwenyewe aka Dr. Catherine
Masita.
Dr.
C.
Dr. C ndo la usanii hilo sasa.
Unasikia jina lako la usanii?
Hapa Dr. sio la usanii, I'm a veterinary surgeon.
C yenyewe. Asini for
C, like C for Catherine.
You are by profession
yes. I'm a surgeon.
Oh, really?
Like I went to school 7 years. And graduated and I'm registered by the Kenya Veterinary Board.
Na una practice kabisa sasa hivi?
Not clinical. I'm at policy level. Yes. But I practiced for maybe like a year. 1 year internship and then I was like practicing clinically for another 1 year.
Unajua Dr. C, you're a very respectable woman in this country. Sisi tumegrow tukikuangalia, tukikuadmire. Mimi nakumbuka I used to see you on KTN. What were you doing on KTN? Ulikuwa na hiyo Samantha Bridal, right?
Yes, Samantha's Bridal. I've been a celebrity for the last almost 30 years.
So
did somebody call me an auntie?
Well, it's not us.
No, I've been on the Kenyan households.
Yes, definitely.
For so long. Like I know this game.
And umeingia sasa hivi kwenye reality show na tunaona Dr. C mwingine. Kwa watu ambao wamekuona kwenye boardrooms, wamekuona in serious corporate, decision making positions. Sasa wanakuona pale unateta. Dr. C unapasha.
I think they're not surprised. They're not surprised because they know I'm no nonsense. And if you Google me, a lot of people refer to me as no nonsense. It means I will say what I mean and I mean what I say. And if you come to me 20 years later, I will tell you the same thing because I stand for the real truth. I believe freedom is about being able to talk what you want to say, to be. Say what you want to say. So, and also say the truth. Because the truth will always prevail. You cannot forget.
Kabisa.
Kwa hivyo pale kwenye show, that's you. Sio ati unachachisha.
That is me. And I'm a human being. I have, niko na emotions. Sasa kama umeona nimekasirika, wewe hujai kasirika?
Mbaya sana.
Kamera ilikuwa kama niko na furaha. Sasa hizo on all facets of Dr. C.
The last time ulikuwa hapa ndio ulikuwa umelaunch zile Samantha wines zako. This is like 1 year ago.
Yes.
Imekuaje, watu wamepokeaje bidhaa kwa soko?
Kwanza wamepokea vizuri sana. Sasa tuko Carrefour. Now we even have an offer running.
Really?
Yes, in fact I came to tell my people run before the offer ends. We in Carrefour, we are in Chandarana, we are in Quickmart, we are in a lot of the leading hotels. You can find us there, all the whiskey shops, in the malls. We are everywhere. And Kenyans have responded so well because you see, tuliangalia test profile. And therefore, we were not like experimenting. Experimenting.
Actually, that was going to be my second question. Clemo, Dr. C anararua kibaliwa pale kwenye kipindi.
Anakitandika mbaya.
And people are saying kwenye comments kwenye Twitter, they're saying Dr. C is bougie and kienyeji. Ni bougie na ni kienyeji huko ndani. Umeziona comments namna ile?
Nimeziona. You know what people don't understand is that and some people understand it. There's nothing I've not seen in this world. I have been everywhere in the world. I've traveled a lot. And I also know the village life. I grew up in the village. My pets were cows with names. So you heard I was saying Lacey, Nyundo, Maridadi, I don't know what's called. Like how many people can say that? Yeah, so I know I've seen it all. Yes. And therefore I have no reason to pretend for anybody. I saw those comments and people are like, even my daughter can speak Luya.
No way.
I think so that forgetting your language is a form of slavery. Yeah, it's important that you can know your mother tongue, you can know your language. It's very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Season 2 umekuja tofauti mama. Kwa sababu you did not come to play. Mbona nakumbuka kuna statement ulimake pale. Ulimwambia mtu tell me your secrets. What was that? What's
your claim to fame?
Tell me your secrets. Yaani ni kama utajuta mtu akikwambia siri yako.
You know, you guys are just finding out. I have this principle in life,
which is
you will not emotionally burden me with information that I don't need to know. So I let everybody know. If you tell me, I'll tell.
Clemo,
You understand?
Ukimwambia Dr. C
Nitasema sasa, kama utaki kujua, utaki watu wajue, usiniambie. Na nitakwambia, hata nitangoja tu kama tuko kwa meza nisema
hauna siri, hauna siri wewe.
Unajua kuna zile siri watu wanakuambia ndo ziko burden.
Dr. C una siri wewe. Una siri.
Na nalala, mimi nalalanga usiku. Unajua kuna watu wameficha mambo hata walali usiku.
Wewe unalala kabisa.
By 8 o'clock mimi nakuanga nimelala. Asubuhi naamka niko fresh. Because hakuna kitu inanisumbua. Hakuna sijui vitu nimeficha.
Ngoja. Hata kwa sasa watu si wataogopa kukuambia siri zao in real life sasa.
Si ndio nataka waogope.
Oi, kwa hivyo tusikwambie mambo.
Msiniambie.
Tuko na the legendary herself, Dr. Catherine Masita,
Yes.
Of course
pronounce vizuri sana.
Sasa tafadhali mwanahabari hapa. Alafu ni of course unamjua kwenye kipindi sasa hivi kama Dr. C, unamwangalia kwenye kipindi kinaitwa Real Housewives of Nairobi, kinaruka kwenye Showmax. Sasa daktari, tulikuwa tunazungumza hapa season 2 jinsi ambavyo umekuja, Dr. C in season 1 was funny, was sasa umekuja pasi na kwamba una mdomo wale mnaangalia kipindi umekuja pia na ubaya, kwa sababu watu wanasema kwamba vile, kwa mfano pale kwenye meza vile mlizungumza pale na Zena, I think it was your event, alafu kaja pale ukamwambia what is your claim to fame. Jinsi ulivyoapproach Dr. C ulikuja na uchokozi bwana.
Hapana, si kuja kuchokoza. Nani aliimbanga hiyo wimbo? Alikuwa Avril. Tunakuja kuchokoza. Sasa kuna uchokozi kidogo, but I speak the Queen's English, and we were talking the Queen's English. If you go to the Oxford Dictionary, there is a word, what's your claim to fame? It's not my invention. Hata ukiangalia season 1 reunion, I used that word. It's just that it landed maybe wrongly on her. But if you're a strong woman, you pick it up. You don't.
What was your intention? Kwa sababu nafikiri hiyo ndio ilikuwa shida. Kwani ulikuwa na kusudi gani kuniuliza hivyo? I think that's how maybe Zena ali receive.
Well, that was her perception. I just wanted to know who is she? Who is she? Because if you check that show properly, I begin by asking her, I know you. And I told her I'm a library.
See?
I'm a library. I know a lot of things. And when I just remember, I'll remember. And therefore, I was disturbed that evening. I wanted to know, how do I know her? Because that was the very first time I was meeting her. And I just wanted to know, like, so who is she? Like, what does she do? Where is she from? So that we can engage in a meaningful way. Yeah, so I like to, I'm one of those people, I do that a lot. Like, I want straightforward, who are you? I know how to engage with you. Whether to waste my time or to just go.
Allah?
Yeah, like,
kuna watu wanasema ulikuwa umemtarget kwa ajili ya kuleta storyline kwenye kipindi.
Look, listen, in my own self I'm drama. So like the people who don't in my own self I'm capable of producing my own drama. So I don't need to. But in real life it happens like that. But what you have to know about reality is that when something happens in front of the camera, you have to sort it out in front of the camera. It is not something we'll go and meet in some little corner out there, then we sort it out. Oh, uliniongelesha hivi, sikusikia vizuri. So you have to sort it out there.
Is it exhausting kukua katika reality show?
Well, sometimes yes, because it's a real job. It's a real job. You have to be alert all the time. Alert all the time. And because anything you say will and may be used against you. You understand? So you have to know that you have your reputation on the line, you have your family watching, you have your friends watching, you have your clients watching. And so you have to watch what you're saying. Yeah, and sometimes it just happens. Like you saw, I used the F word.
I was shocked.
I was pushed to the extreme.
I was shocked. Wakati pale mkiwa mnajibizana na yule ni Hussein yule.
So sometimes everything that happens is real, the emotions are real. and you can be pushed to the extreme. And because we are human, we are not robots. We are human. And because we are human, you're going to see all the facets of everybody, everyone. And we've seen it even with other international shows. Because this is a local, it's a franchise from an international show. So you see it happening all the time. We are just human. And we are just samples of a representation of different sections of the community. Yeah.
Sasa hivi Zena ni rafiki yako?
Well, yesterday on Twitter, somebody did a poll. Let me just say, you know, you've read 48 Laws of Power, Niccolo Machiavelli. I subscribe to Machiavellian rules.
Which is?
Sometimes, but I'm also a princess. If you know what I mean.
Jamani,
Machiavelli for women.
Kwa kipindi, jamani tuambie tujibu.
No. Surely, if you've lived life, you know, go and find out who Machiavelli was, what Machiavelli principles are. I say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, and I asked, who do you think is my friend? So there was a choice between whoever you've said and Mine, and obviously everybody voted. They think Mine is my friend.
Do they?
That's what they think, 90-something%. It's the people who are voting. Yes.
Nitaenda kuiangalia.
And before we finish, Samantha Wines is what I'm here to sell.
How you dress imezungumziwa sana. Na hata sasa hivi naona umepiga mojawapo ya, is it a crochet dress?
This is my iconic, ni ile walikuwa naongelesha. Nikasema wacha nivae kwanza kuprove ni yangu.
Unajua watu wanamshangaa Dr. C jinsi anavyovaa. Unajua wenzake wanavaa zaidi. Yeye akija amepiga hizi crochet dress. Acha tuongee.
Unajua hiyo ilikuwa cultural, something that is cultural that means something to you. So this dress is I was gifted by my late mother-in-law.
Oh.
Yeah, and the one thing we bonded on, because we could not speak the same language, she's Hungarian, and I couldn't, and my husband is happy that I couldn't speak anyway, she gifted me this. And the one thing we bonded on was crocheting. At age 6, I could already make a dress for myself.
Kwa Kiswahili ni kufanya nini?
Crochet ni ile wanachana uzi, wanaitwaje?
Kama
sweater. Kushona ile hata vitambaa za viti.
Hii umeshona hii? Wewe?
Yeye alishona. Lakini hata mimi nashoneanga mtoto yangu.
Really?
Yes. You know, it's something that is personal. It has meaning. So I didn't want to wear something meaningless just because of I don't know what. And this is a beautiful dress. It's very beautiful. You're near, you can see. It's a beautiful dress. So for me, it meant something. My mother could crochet. My grandmother could crochet. My baby's grandmother could crochet. Like, we have generations of women in my line who could so I wanted to honor them. That's culture for me.
Wacha tuje tuongee vizuri. Kwa sababu Dr. C atavaa hivi mara avai wig. Tumeona siku hizo unavaa wigs. Wacha tuongee hiyo. G-bag na jag unajua.
Niko na pesa na za babako.
Na kuuliza unajua G-bag na jag?
Sijawahi sikia.
Unajua what that means?
At what?
G-bag na jag.
What's that?
Hata una idea, hata ujui.
Sijawahi sikia. I was wondering, what are you talking about?
I was speaking in tongues or what?
What G-bag na jag?
Is G-bag ni ile ilikuwa band? Walikuja hapa kwa studio, they told us something different. But we all know what it means. Ni ile ilibaniwa kwa Mombasa.
Yeah.
G-bag. What? Na jag ni ile ingine inapimangwa.
What is that?
Muguka.
Mira.
Unajua muguka, Dr. C?
I've seen people in trucks chewing something.
Yeah, that one.
That is a mira.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Somalis. If you've ever seen a Somali, they're always chewing.
Dr. C ni sawa.
Mira.
Sasa na jag, hapo ndio tutamwambia aje.
Jag ndio gani?
Ile inapimwa, pombe ile inapimangwa.
Kama busa.
Mtani wanaita.
Hata hiyo inaweza kuwa tu jag. Ni jag tu.
I don't want to contaminate.
Hapo kidogo.
I don't want to contaminate a holy drink like busa. It's a traditional drink.
Unakunywanga busa wewe?
Well, from where I come from, busa, I think busa is a Luya. It's mainly a Luya drink.
Ile inapikwa kutokana na mahindi niyo.
Yeah,
hiyo ndo
busa. Yeah, and it's a celebratory drink.
Really?
Yeah, it's nothing to be talked down upon. Yeah.
Busa. Ukipata pale Dr. C unatandika kutandika. ndani ya Radio Maisha. Hii inaitwa Connector. DJ Byron on the ones and twos. Dakika 20 baada ya saa 8. How you doing? Mimi naitwa Mwende Mashari. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Tuko hapa na Dr. C, unamjua kama Dr. Catherine Matita. Huyu ni daktari jameni. Veteran surgeon. Anakuambia, wacha nyinyi mnaona hapa ati nini wala nini.
Veterinary.
Veterinary.
Unajua kusema veteran
watu wa veteran. Jesus Christ. Ukamba imeanza kukoma. Okay, tuseme vet. Ndio maana imeitangwa vet.
Wale daktari wa mifugo.
Lakini amefika kiwango cha kuwa surgeon. So alright. Watu wanasema sasa hivi umebeba, you're carrying the show on your back. Ndio comments baadhi naziona pale kwenye Twitter, kwenye Instagram nikikuangalia. Sema jamani, Dr. C amebeba kipindi cha Real Housewives on her back. Do you feel the same? Do you feel so? Ama ni maneno tu ya watu kwa mitandao?
But that is their perception. That's how they're seeing it. I think so that the show is the show because all the cast members are putting in what they need to put in. So I cannot just be there and be a lone ranger. But obviously that's what the viewer is perceiving it as. But it means kama ni mchezo unajua kuna kuanga na MVP.
Hey, sawa.
I suppose that's what they mean.
Wewe ndio uliambia Zena ni mistress.
I said what I said and you had what you had.
Ni ukweli.
Si alikuwa hapo ungemuuliza.
Nilimuuliza.
Wewe
unazijua. Unajua mambo. Umetuambia unajua mambo.
You know, in season 1 I said Nairobi is a bedroom. It's not even a sitting room. Like everybody knows everything. Yeah, so we know a lot. So you had what you had. I said what I said.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And by the way, I have absolutely no problem with mistresses. But when I said that, I thought it was the highest honor out of like your wife. I thought it was the highest honor. I just think to be called mpango wa kando, Jesus naitwanga aje zingine hizo majina zingine.
Chips funga.
You know, there are so many other names that can be given, but I think it's disrespectful. Honestly, I meant it with a lot of respect.
Oh, really?
I meant, it's disrespectful to... I find, rather, in my world, I think calling somebody mpango wa kando... Nimbaya, yes. Because let me tell you, in the world, you know, I don't know, maybe you're too young to know, there used to be a president called Francois Mitterrand. He was a French prime minister. And he used to have mistresses, and they were budgeted for. In the world today, there is Camilla, who is now the queen consort. And she was a mistress, and she was recognized as the other. And when I said it, I was saying it with the highest form of respect. Yes. And but I said what I said.
Dr. C, nikuulize. Nasikia tuwe na Vera Sidika mko related. Hiyo nao kilema kidogo anguko.
Sasa paka you have to watch the show and see. You have to watch the show.
Iko kwa show sasa kama
lakini sasa
sasa wewe mwenyewe ukisimama sasa. Mko related kweli? Unaona wako related.
Unajua kuna panda ya mama, kuna panda ya baba. But we are all related. All of us as humans. We came from one lady called Eva, right? Adam and Eve, right?
Sasa upale tuongee kuhusu ulikuwa watu wanasema Dr. C wenzake wanavaa. Umeniambia kuhusu crochet, nguo zako za crochet. Watu kawa na kucompare na wale cast members wengine jinsi wanavyovaa nini na nini. So Dr. C anavaa tu vile anajisikia.
Mimi navaa venye najisikia and you know I dress for myself. And not for siku ile nitakuvalia. Siku hiyo natoa pesa kwa banki yako unapeleka kwangu. Siku ile nitakuvalia. Lakini kama sitoi pesa kwa banki yako unaleta kwangu. Nikuvalia ndio nini kwe? Sikuvali. Mimi navalia kama naenda kuwa na clients. Nataka ndio ni yani akuwa ni passive vile. Lakini unajua I have my style. Unajua what you are Kenya, the Kenyans like to copy a lot. So people want to see me rocking up dressed like who and who. I'm just dressing up as me. My style is very defined in the sense that I don't like wearing things that are all over like over the top. It's not my style. You see, I'm very clean.
Nini ina inspire look yako?
How I'm feeling.
Okay.
I dress the way I dress, how I'm feeling. I'm not a prisoner of any style. I'll just dress the way I want to dress.
Okay. Itwaje pale swali lingine ziko wapi zile nimekumbuka. So juzi kwenye kipindi you walked out of Zena's event na uko pale nje unaongea na Farah na kidogo ukaitisha ubo kuondoka. Watu wengi wakauliza Dr. C imefika mahali anatembea na Uber. Gari lilikuwa wapi? Watu wangependa kufahamu what exactly was happening there.
So let me tell you something.
Niambie.
Yeah, I had that. Like I've seen people hata kama hao wanachukuanga mauba. Sasa nawaambia waenda wachukue ile kitabu ya Warren Buffett wasome. Ndio wajue just because you're driving the latest car doesn't mean now you have assets. I care about my assets in the bank. And I'm all about money. Anybody who knows me, I know me, I'm just about money. Okay? So the thing is this. I have walked into showrooms, in fact most of my cars, and bought brand new cars from 0. Like in 2001 I walked into CMC and bought a brand new Discovery. I still have it. I have a Jeep, brand new. Okay? And I know I'm not defined by cars. I'm just defined by me. I can take an Uber if I want to take an Uber. What is the problem? Yeah, the problem is a lot of people like to pretend. And Uber is quite... Uber, whatever. I'm not here to sell them. I'm here to sell Samantha wines. You know, say just... Uber, Bolt, whatever, little. A lot of those things exist. Okay? I find it convenient. I prefer my convenience. So that day, I just thought I need to walk out of this place. My spirit doesn't feel well. You know, certain people walked in, and my intuition, the whole of me felt I was in danger. Look, I needed to go back to my husband and my daughter. And I needed to feel peace, so I walked out. I don't care what people think. And Uber was the next car that was available outside of my driver had left.
Ukachukua?
I took an Uber and I left.
Dr. Sile unatongelesha kizungu mingi hata tumekusahau kama
niongee usini. Okay, nirudia gani.
Tuko sawa. Sasa rafiki yako kwa hii kipindi ni nani? Maana sasa kila mtu sasa tunaona ni rafiki yako ni Vera, rafiki yako ni Mile. I'm dealing with everybody one by one. By the time I'm through with the show, I've dealt with everyone. You back the only woman standing. Look, I'm my own woman. Yeah. I'm not like I don't need to attach myself to people to be. So I'll tell you what it is. It means I'm able to speak my mind, and once I've spoken my mind, I can sleep at night, not because I need to like align myself. I need to be in some gang or some I don't know what. You will see I'm just me. Yeah. So if I wake up tomorrow and the next day I want us to make peace and you don't want peace, nitakuacha tu. Tutakuona ukirushiana vitu, naona watu wanarushiana vitu huko. Huko kwa mtandao. Sio kipindi. Wengine wanarushiana maji, wengine wanarushiana. Will you get violent? Mimi ukinirushia maji, nitakupeleka Nzoia. Wanaitanga Nzoia. Ama Yala. Jini nakuja lini? Ambia Clemo Jini. Jini iko kwa duka. It's on the shops already. Yeah, it's on the shops. Even there's champagne, there's Dr. C's Gin.
Sema inabidi arudi hapa.
Umesema nataka kurudi after 2 weeks.
The next week arudi.
Sasa. Na wewe mwenyewe utakuwa unampigia debe. Utanipigia. No, leo umenyamaza sana.
Leo nakusikia.
Sasa hujamletea Gin.
Leo unaongelea kipindi unajua.
Inauzwaje huko dukani?
It's going for 1200.
1200 the gin.
Yes.
And the
wine right now. You can manage. Yeah.
Now
Wine depends on where you're buying. Right now, Carrefour, if you go on their app. Now if you go on the Carrefour app, you can actually get it for less than 1,000. So we have a promo going on. But if you go into the supermarket itself, it's about 1,100.
Okay.
So we are running across board. People, my fans are watching. Wale wanaitwaje kwa Kiswahili fans. Mashabiki wanaangalia. Sasa tumesema wacha tufanye promo ndio wanunue.
Wakipindi kiruka
wanajienjoy.
Wine wanakunywa huku.
Wanajienjoy, yeah.
All right. Anaitwa Dr. C. unamuona kila siku. Tell them where the show is available and kwenye social media unaitwa nani pale?
So the show is available on Showmax. On social media, I'm Dr. C. And you can also get me on Samantha's Bridal.
Oh, yeah? Wait. Samantha Bridal, you still provide services?
Yes.
Tell them how to.
Samantha's Bridal is still there. We have the expo. They can plan their wedding, this log on and plan your wedding in one day. Yes.
Ala.
Yes.
Aya. Mnataka kuongea na yeye?
Twende naye.
Ogopa wale watu wetu. Aya, kama unataka kuongea na Dr. C, tuchukue za madem leo. Wale ambao wanaangalia Real Housewives jamani. 0717 0731
102.
Dr. C amesema busaa ni kinywaji cha ceremonial. Akikutana anatandika tu.
Pia anatandika.
Wewe unaisha itandika wewe?
Busa. Akikweli sijaitandika, lakini siwezi mind.
Ile kwa kama unga because somebody else eating kama snack.
No, that is Zimbale.
It's
almost like, you guys, you're busy eating, I don't know, what are these things called? Weetabix, what that's cornflakes. There's a traditional one. The one where you roast, it's the maize you roast and then you roast. A lot of people know what Zimbale is. Luyas know.
Niliona huko imepostiwa kwa Twitter.
Yeah.
It's your corn. Na hiyo ndio itasokiwa ikue busa.
No, yeah, later on you can make busa out of it if you want. Yeah.
Ni cereal, yani cerelac.
It's almost like cereal. It's the traditional cereal. Yeah.
Oh, but then you have a new home. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's beautiful. It's palatial. But I want to talk about that.
Ni pesa ngapi ile nyumba?
Right now, if you give me $3 million, nitakwambia chukua.
$3 million. Acha niweke pesa ya Kenya hapo ndio tujue. Ulikuwa unasemaje?
Nilikuwa nasema, when we talk about palatial homes like that, I think it's important to talk about it. How is one getting there, because there's lots of young people listening.
Can I tell them how much it is first?
Yeah.
394 million. Did you stoke baki kwanza? Did you unaenda wapi? Show inaendelea.
Acha tusikize sasa wasemaje daktari.
Acha daktari.
Za nyumba hizo hapo.
394 million. Aya.
Pesa ya Kenya.
Daktari tuombe.
Nzuri.
We are on air.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that it's important that young people understand how do people like us get there. Okay. And we just talked about things like Uber. Yeah. So you need to understand what is real wealth. Real wealth. The Knight Frank the other day produced a report on the wealth report. What is wealth? Cars are no longer considered as wealth. So even if you're driving around with, I don't know what car, that is not wealth. But it's important to understand that I've been around, I've worked so hard. And in my family, I must say, I'm a first generation wealth creator. I've created wealth. And considering I did not inherit, I didn't even inherit land from my father. I met my husband 30 years ago, and he was young, I was young, and we've worked hard. Okay? And it means so that I know how to deal with auctioneers. I've not been auctioned, but I've come very near to being auctioned. I know how to deal with debt collectors. I know what is an asset, what is not an asset. And you have to work for it. Every day you work at it. There's nothing like you're just going to wake up one day like a miracle and it will just happen, you're just rich. Yeah, so as you see us living flamboyant lives like that, we've worked very hard. We know pain sometimes.
Unajua, and I hear you totally, Dr. C. Sasa katika hichi kizazi cha sasa, Dr. C pia wanatafutwa. Tutafutwa wanawake ambao sampuli yake ni wanawake wenye pesa,
ambao wameshajipanga, ambao wanaweza toka Kiru.
Ni hot cake, wewe ni hot cake. Auntie. Do you get young people hitting on you?
That's what they call rich auntie.
Wanakukatia wanaume ambao ni wayang hivi.
Hata kama wanakata si notice. I've got eyes only for my husband.
Na hata pia shaka na mwingine pia, kama kabisa nakwambia, waga sikusagi temia akabwe kangu. Kabisa.
Amekwambia macho yake. Umesema Dr. C, your eyes?
I only have eyes for my husband.
Sawa, enda tu basi. Shukran sana Dr. C for coming through. We can't wait to watch on Friday to see, vile ambavyo utakuwa pale kwenye show. And of course we'll invite you again so that you can bring us, I don't know.
Me, I think young Kenyans need to learn how to deal with debt.
Madeni hayo.
What is good debt and what's bad debt. I think they need to, once they can learn how to deal with that, you're no longer scared. They need to, and some of us who are there, we've been there. You understand? And I think these are some of the crucial lessons we need to be giving. And I was hoping you'll ask me what should we expect in the future on the show. They should expect to see me, how I'm running my business, how I'm having to deal. I have to confront some of those demons. Somebody, I just let you in, felt so that it must be a big shame that you are almost auctioned.
But you've spoken
So
about
they
this
thought they
at
would,
a show.
yeah, even on this show I've spoken about it, and I think we need to speak more about it because when you open the Monday paper, it's full of people being auctioned. Why are we not sharing these stories? Why are we only sharing glory stories? Because I've been there to the trenches. I'm back. Yeah, and I think so that there are times when I walk up because a certain business mogul I admired walk up. Yeah, and I think this is the best thing we can do for Kenyans today who are trying. We are trying to create jobs. We're trying to look for a job. We're trying to create wealth and create a better life for ourselves in the future.
Okay.
So it is wrong for us to paint that everything is just glory. It is important that when I'm on a platform like this, I can share all my experiences, the good and especially the bad.
So kama uko na madeni pale nje sasa umeandamwa, simu hata kidogo unazima, tutarudi Dr. C atufundishe how to deal with debt
and auctioneers
cha msingi.
I'm gonna be giving lessons.
Hapo sawa. Thank you so much for coming through.